Good evening. Belleville School District's Music Department welcomes you to this evening's musical performance. At this time, we ask that you turn off or silence all mobile devices. Please show respect to our students by remaining quiet and seated throughout the performance. If the auditorium walls are open tonight to allow for extra seating, please remember that this space is included in our quiet performance area, and any restless children, phone calls, or conversations should be conducted outside of this listening space. If you must leave or return to the auditorium area for any reason, please wait for a piece to be finished. There is no food or drink allowed in the auditorium, and the use of tobacco products is strictly forbidden on school grounds. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right. Oh, good. All right. Good evening and welcome to the 2022 Spring High School Band and Choir Concert. We are so thrilled to be presenting this again. It's been a couple years since we've done the spring. So we've got lots to do tonight, and I'm going to start the concert. Before we get to our first piece, we are going to bring up one of our music boosters, Heidi Clark, and she's going to speak a little bit about what the boosters are all about and how you can get involved and what we're raising money for. So we'll bring Heidi up.
Thank you, Mrs. Meyer. So again, I'm Heidi Clark, one of the members of the Music Boosters, and we're just a group of parents and other folks who are interested in making the music department as best as we can, the best it can be here at Belleville High School and actually the whole school district. We took a little bit of a COVID-induced hiatus, so we're just kind of getting back into it, and we are interested in kind of expanding our members, hopefully this fall. If you are interested, if you have great fundraising ideas and expertise, we'd love to have you. So please look for emails and whatnot this fall to hopefully get us up and going again. Tonight, though, we would like to do some fundraising. Mrs. Meyer is looking to purchase new drumline percussion equipment. So there'll be 4 marching snares, 4 marching bass drums, and a quad as well. And the whole ticket is $10,000. Half of which Mrs. Meyer has already worked hard to raise with her mattress fundraiser. And then there was another $2,000 donation, and the last, we would like to make a little bit of a dent in that. So during the transition, when the band is done with their performance and the choir is coming down, we'll have some donation buckets going around. And if you could even, any dollar we have that you put in there tonight is a dollar that we didn't have before. So every little bit really does help. If you didn't bring your wallet tonight and still would like to contribute, you can make a check out to the Belleville Music Boosters and just send it to the high school, and we will get that. Or next week, Wednesday, there's the Jazz in the Park event. On Wednesday, the 25th, I believe that's the date, we'll have the donation buckets there. So please contribute if you can. We'd greatly appreciate it, and enjoy the show. And thank you, Mrs. Meyer.
And I would like to give Heidi and the other music boosters a big shout out. They've been fantastic. We've used their funds to help purchase Barry sax. They contributed to that. Adrian over there at Hayden, her tuba a few years ago as well. So they really do help us get some big ticket items that we can't make work through the budget. So anyways, we're gonna get started with the musical portion. So we are gonna begin with a piece of music for any Marvel fans. I'm all about the Marvel universe since Iron Man came out in the early 2000s. And one of the newer shows on Disney Plus, if you haven't seen it, it is called Loki. So this is the music from that TV series. And if you're not familiar, Loki is a Nordic god of mischief. So he's always up to something and shape-shifting and tricking people. But he kind of gets his comeuppance in this show. It's called the time variant, the TVA, come and snatch him from his timeline. And so he has to because he's been doing some naughty stuff, he's been deemed a variant. Anyways, you're gonna hear consistent eighth notes kind of throughout the whole piece, but in the beginning, that constant tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock of the eighth notes in various percussion and in the woodwinds and brass is meant to represent that kind of continuous forward motion of time. So we hope you enjoy music from Loki. Our next piece is what we call in the band world a war horse. It's a piece that's usually kind of mid 20th century, and it's just kind of kept played over and over again just because it's a nice piece of literature by Harold Walters. And this piece has a mishmash, over 30 different pieces of orchestral music, or operatic music, even some American folk songs embedded, and they only last about 5 or 6 measures, and sometimes they're layered over the top of each other as well. So when we started working on this, I see all that, it's all written in my score of what these pieces are, but the students don't have that. So it's like, okay, we need to write what these are. And then I had all the students break down in like 3 or 4 to a group. They were assigned the song, and they had to find out some information about it. They had to look up the composer, when it was written, anything interesting about the composition itself, is it from a larger work, and is there anything that's kind of unique to it or controversial about it. So we had a lot of fun learning about that together and having the students present. So this piece is called Instant Concert. Did you recognize a lot of those melodies? Yeah, I know, it's just like a whirlwind through that stuff. And that's interesting because I asked the students, like, I thought I'd get like 1 or 2 hands, like, who likes this one? Because you're not, I don't know if you picked it out, but I've had my clarinets like hate me on that one, but they hate it, but they love it because they are so high in their tessitura, that's their range. And so this challenged most of the sections on their higher range. So I was like, who likes this one? And I got a good smattering of hands, so I was really happy about that. Before we go to our final number for the band tonight, I always like to take a moment to acknowledge the students, and I want to do this now more than ever because, like I said, it's been a couple years since we've sat on this stage like this. And for the seniors, you know, this is one of their first normal years, kind of, and besides freshman year. So it's just, I didn't take a moment just to acknowledge the whole band, and we'll do the seniors in a little bit, but the students stuck with it. That's the biggest thing. They stuck with it. And for music, it was devastating because like they don't sign up to play into a vacuum and play into a computer. And they want to sit with their friends and they want to play and they want that camaraderie. And that's what makes band and choir so special. It's like the people that I went to college with and played with are my best friends for life because it's like we spend all this time together and you develop those bonds. And I can see that between freshmen and sophomores and you know all the freshmen and seniors, how they are like they bond together and they love playing with each other and they take each other under their wings. So, you know, from this year we kind of started with a moment where like, wow, we're sitting together again. Things are you know rusty to say the least. And we talked about this morning, they've caught their stride and then some. So this year, you know, we started out thinking we have to really focus on everything that we're doing, whereas in previous years we could kind of multitask a little more. Things are different little events going on at the same time. But they have risen, or exceeded my expectation. They've risen to the challenge. And one of my favorite things, there's a couple things I was thinking, what am I going to say about my band tonight? And one of them was, there's this, one of my favorite times of day with these guys is when they finish a pep band. I know it sounds stupid, but the energy that when they come barreling in after a pep band, the energy and joy that's in that room is like palpable. And I love that because when they all leave, it's just like, oh man, I love the energy that they bring. And the high schoolers, they do that and they're wonderful people and they listen and they absorb and they repeat and they do this because they love it. My husband, when I talk about, you know, teaching has its ups and downs, everybody knows that. But one thing he said to me the other day, like months ago, and it stuck with me, I was like, yeah, you never complain about your high school. And you're like, you know, I thought I stopped, and sorry, I don't like to go home and complain a lot, but I thought I stopped, and I was like, you're right, I never do. I don't, because when I get here, it's joy. It's fun. I enjoy every minute of the 80 minutes, and they don't give me any reason to complain. So thank you, students, for everything you've done and for making, you know, this year pushing through kind of the tough times. So I appreciate you guys sticking with it and playing to the level that you're playing tonight. So anyways, before I get all choked up, I'm going to move on. Give a round of applause, certainly. Our final piece is very fitting for this group, Affirmation. It's called Peace, Love, and Music. And if you were at the middle school concert last week, I did a Randall Standridge one with the Mechanical Monsters. And I just think he's a fantastic up-and-coming composer. He writes such great stuff for this level and for younger students. This piece is for students. He writes it in his liner notes, but he writes it, like I mentioned, this is a place of belonging. This is a team where nobody sits the bench. And this is meant for the kids who find that place to belong, that joy, that love, that fellowship that band and choir bring. So we hope you get as much joy out of this piece as we did putting it together. So here's Affirmation. All right, so we're going to move on to the kind of the awards, I guess, portion. We'll keep the band over here and have my choir students in the wings waiting, I hope. So I'm going to bring up my wonderful coworker, Miss Haven. Here she comes. And she has been so wonderful to work with this year. We are so great. I'm so grateful to have her as a colleague. She's done a wonderful job. I remember what it was like that first year. It's a lot, and it's scary, and it's fun, and so she's just risen to the challenge as well. And yeah, I look forward to many more years of working with her. So we'll kind of grab our awards, and then we'll get to it. This is more than a couple years ago. We've been doing this for quite a while. Mrs. Krieger and I, a long time ago, developed a way to honor the students with music letters because they get letters for sports and whatnot. So they have points, and they can track this. We have this, and now it's all digital, so we can track it. And every year they get like 40 points for being a band. For every term, 40 points for being a choir. It's like 15 for vocal jazz, 15 for jazz band, musical, pep bands. They get a point for each one. Extra service, all the things add to the points. So long story short, in about 2 years, maybe usually like more like 3 years, they can earn their letter. And COVID kind of slowed things down a little bit more, but I think students are all going to letter who deserve to, or like who pretty much have been in it and stuck with it. We will also do bars that are for the letter's 200 points, and if they get to 150 beyond that, every time they hit 150, they get an extra little service bar to go with that. Our seniors will get jazz pins for being in jazz, and I will have some band officer pins in just a second as well. So we're going to call some people. When we call your name, we will have you stand in the front. Do we want to maybe have the house lights on? Yeah, I think so. So we can see their faces better if you want to snap some photos. Okay. So we will start. There we go. The harsh light of day. Okay. So we'll start with our letters. And again, when I call your name, the choir students will come down or the band students come on around. So we had 18 students letter this year. Skylar Byer is my first customer. Come on down. Avery Boyum. Xander Cribben, Jacob Ingstad, Holly Flick, James Gustafson, Nicole Johnson, Heidi Marty, Jenna McKnight, Savannah Meeland, Alexis Rattle, Maddie Sager, Logan Schneider, Alex Schrader, Callie Smith, Alex Steckless, Jordan Wilder, and Maddie Winterburn. Our letter winners this year. Congratulations. All right, thank you very much, students. We will move on, let you guys get back to your spots. And
Ms. Meyer, not only is this night dedicated to all the people that put in hard work and dedication into this school system and to band and the choir, this is also a night of dedication to you and to your heart. This night is
so much. Well, you guys make it easy. It's kind of easy. All right. Well, thank you. So letter winners, I'll let you guys come back. And then we will bring down some of our bars. So you guys can, you can go back to your spots. Thank you. Our bar winners this year for extra 150 points, we have Lauren Bartles, Angelo Doan, Alexa Lindstrom, Matthew Losha, and Cole Monroe. So have you come down? All right. Thank you, bar winners. Yay, for your extra service and dedication. All right. And Matthew, you stay. I want to bring down Matthew again, Skylar Beyer, Aiden Cook, and Alex Strader. These are my band officers. So we do this every year, and they've helped run rehearsals, take attendance every day. She's like, doing that for me. Alex been handing stuff out. Skylar's helping too with the rehearsals when I'm not there. So these are my people who if we have a sub that comes in and I'm not around, they can run the show, and they have many, many times. And this is elected by the student behind you. So thank you, band officers, for your service this year. They get a little pin to put on their letter. All right, thank you. And we have one more thing to hand out. Matthew, don't go. Jazz pins. So my senior jazzers. So we've got Matthew Losha, Cole Monroe. Is Justin Caputo here? Is he in this one? Okay. Logan Schneider, Jordan Wilder, Razandi Bartle, Alex Steckless, Lauren Bartles, Maddie Sager, James Gustafson, and then I'm going to do a shout out. Catherine's and my piano player. Catherine Booth is in it as well. And they all receive a little jazz pin for their letter as well. All right, thank you, jazzers. Yeah, and speaking of jazz, one more plug for Jazz in the Park. If you want a little more relaxed atmosphere, listen to some good jazzy pop music, come check it out. 6:30 next, and it's here if it rains.
All right, this year we have 20 seniors that are being recognized in band and choir for their hard work and dedication to the Belleville Music Department. Thank you, seniors, for your commitment and leadership. Tonight we will present you with flowers. Each flower represents a senior that you can take home. And when I read your name, please come to the front so that we can acknowledge you. Lauren Bartles, Xander Cribben, Jacob Engstad, James Gustafson, Matthew Losha, Cole Monroe, Maddie Sager, Jordan Wilder, Nicole Johnson, Haven Hadelberg, James Arndt, Risandi Bartle, Aliska Kasky, Colin Durkee, Logan Schneider, Karina Simmons, Callie Smith, Alexandra Steckelis, Maddie Winterburn, and Anna Wortman. Congratulations, seniors, on all of your achievements through high school, and thank you for your dedication to the music department. I think that we can both agree that future classes have some big shoes to fill. So thank you for all of your hard work and your leadership throughout the years. We really appreciate it.
And before I send them away, I just want to pop in there too, because I know I spoke for the whole band, but seniors, it's a journey because I get to see these guys. It's so cool. I get to see these guys for 7 years. And they're these little squirts that I just remember you two, you and Xander, sitting in a lesson, and I'm like, no, that's in third position, not second position. And I'm just thinking, gosh. Then now look at you, here you guys are, and you're going to be such amazing adults. and you're gonna make this world a better place, because we messed it up for you, but I'm sorry. But I know you're gonna be great, and I love you all, and I hope you come back and see us and bug us and just show your beautiful faces once in a while, okay? Because I'm gonna miss you, and you leave some big shoes to fill. And you've inspired these guys, and you've led these guys, and yeah, I can't say anymore because I'm gonna cry. Love you.
All right, so for the next portion, we have some special senior awards. The first award is the National Choral Award, and this is the highest honor for all high school choral performers. This award is given in recognition of singular merit, ability, and achievement of outstanding contributions to the success of the school vocal program and of an unusual degree of loyalty, cooperation, and high qualities of conduct by the general consent of music faculty, school officials, and others. The choir votes on this award, and I found that they were right on with the student that they selected. It has been incredible to watch the student take on more leadership roles throughout the year and grow into a multi-talented musician and individual. Throughout this person's high school career, they have participated in multiple choirs, vocal jazz, and the musical. Above that, this student brings a positive energy to class every day and leads their section. This year's National Choral Award is awarded to Callie Smith. Congratulations, Callie. This is the 6th year that the Choral Directors Award has been given to a Belleville High School senior. This award recognizes the student who contributes so much to make this program what it is. The receiver of this award is a section leader in choir that goes above and beyond in making their section achieve its highest abilities, is a leader in vocal jazz, has participated in many events for solo and ensemble yearly, and consistently seeks opportunities to increase their musicianship and leadership qualities. This person is reliable, hardworking, and dedicated. This year's Director's Award goes to Alexandra Steckles.
All right, I've got 3 to give out. I'm going to start with the Director's Award for band as well. The Director's Award is for a student that does great work during class and goes above and beyond on a regular basis, and it was super hard to choose. I had to back and forth many times on who I wanted to select because I have such amazing students who give their best effort every rehearsal. The student I chose this year has been a beacon of positivity throughout her 7 years in the band program. The student has been a fixture in jazz band all 4 years of high school. This person asks insightful questions in class, gives great suggestions in rehearsals, and is quick to cheer on members of the band when they excel. This student exhibits a high level of musicianship as well as demonstrating grit and determination to do their absolute best on their part. I am pleased to give the Director's Award to Maddie Sager. Next one is the jazz, the Louis Armstrong jazz, and we are going to keep it in that little white container because it's got the little plaque, little trophy, and it's got a pin, so we don't want to lose all that. And there's a certificate too, so all triple package here. This is an award for a student who is passionate about jazz. The student chosen for this award has been in jazz band all 4 years of high school and has played at an exceptionally high level throughout their time in the group. The student is a leader in their section and again always rises to the challenge of accepting and mastering the solos that they are given. This student is playing lead alto in next week's Jazz in the Park concert, so I'm pleased to announce this year's Armstrong Award winner is Cole Monroe. last but not least, the John Philip Sousa Award, and that is a big honor. It's just like the National Choral Award. It's for it's voted on by the band members. So this is out of my hands, so to speak. But over the past 15 years I've been here, they've never picked anybody that didn't deserve it. So that's what I really love about it. It's not a popularity contest, and they understand that. So this student, the one that won this year, wears many hats in the band. This student is a fixture at pep band and jazz band, as band officer, performed at solo ensemble on multiple instruments, and one who has played different saxes to help out when he was needed. This year's Sousa Award goes to our band president, Matthew Loshaw. And that concludes the band portion, so we'll just ask for a little bit of patience. We'll strike as quick as it can, and we'll bring out all the beautiful choirs. So we'll be back in a few minutes.
Thanks so much for waiting, everybody. So the first choir that will be performing for you tonight is the Treble Choir. This class starts at 8 a.m. every day and is truly the most positive way to start out a morning, especially as a non-morning person. They are truly, truly wonderful and make me smile and laugh and wake me up right away in the morning, which is awesome. Although this group is small, they truly produce an amazing wall of sound and are so hardworking. Since our last concert, they have been working hard to prepare new music. In April, they, along with the high school concert choir as well, took a field trip to Lodi High School for the Wisconsin School Music Association's Large Group Festival. There they performed 3 songs and had the opportunity to work with 3 adjudicators to improve their performances. Treble Choir received the highest rating of a first place division award. We also had several students in this choir and in the next choir participate in district and state solo ensemble this year. So we had 25 vocal events that participated in district, and 11 of those events went on and performed at state as well at UW-Platteville. I would like to take a second. If students, you would please raise your hand to be recognized if you participated in solo ensemble this year. Thank you for their work. Awesome. We're going to get right into the music. Here, I will have Lily come up and introduce our first piece for you.
Good evening. We are the Belleville High School Treble Choir, accompanied by Christina Peniston. The first song we will be performing is Stars I Shall Find by Ruth Morris Gray and words by female poet Sarah Teasdale. This piece challenged us to add a hopeful energy while also trying to focus on the beautiful harmonies. We hope you enjoy our performance.
Over the Our second piece is Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, composed by Don Ray and Huey Prince, and arranged by Ed Lejeski. This piece is about a famous trumpet player from Chicago who was drafted into the Army. One of our favorite parts of this piece is the sections that have lyrics that emulate the sound of the trumpet itself.
The next piece we'll be performing for you is Shalom Havarim. Shalom Havarim is a traditional Hebrew folk song arranged by Catherine Deloney. This beautiful and emotional piece was written as a goodbye piece. An interesting musical aspect to listen for are the beautiful rounds and the great dynamic changes. I hope you enjoy this beautiful piece.
Shalom, Our final piece is Hamilton Women, a medley of songs from the Broadway musical Hamilton, originally written by Lin-Manuel Miranda and arranged by Lisa Despain. The musical tells the story of Alexander Hamilton's rise to fame and his downfall. The songs selected in this piece are Satisfied, Burn, Helpless, and the Schuyler Sisters. Each song features solos from members of the choir, including Taylor Durkee, Jenna McKnight, Cameron Fry, and Alexa Lindstrom. We hope you enjoy Hamilton Women.
I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those soldier boys tripping over themselves to win our praise. I remember that dream like candlelight, like a dream that you can't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. She read what you'd done. She said, you have married an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph how they perceive you. I am watching.
Boy, you got me helpless. Oh, look at those eyes. Whoa, yeah, I'm helpless. I know. I am so into you. I am so into you. I'm helpless. I know I'm down for the count and I'm drowning and That boy is mine. The sky's the limit.
The next choir that will be performing for you this evening is Belleville High School's concert choir. This choir has grown in size throughout the year and will continue to grow next year, which is super exciting. I love working with this group because there are so many talented individuals that can create this huge wall of sound. This group is also always full of energy and definitely keeps me on my toes. They also participated and worked with adjudicators at WSMA's Large Group Festival this year and performed the most difficult class, which is some pretty tough music, and they earned a second place division award. I'm very proud of them for their work. There's a lot of them. I would also like to take a second to recognize all the solo ensemble participants in this choir. So if you participated in district or state, can you please raise your hand? We had events of solos, from classical solos to musical theater solos to triple trios. Our vocal jazz group went. There was a lot of participation this year, which is super, super awesome. I would also like to congratulate one special person on this stage. So after you go to district, if you earn a high enough score, you have the opportunity to go to state. But after that, that's kind of it. At state, there's a special award given out that a very small percentage of students from across the state receive and are nominated for. And I'm very proud to announce that a sophomore, Owen Fay, was nominated for the Exemplary Performance Award for his classical solo. So congratulations, Owen, and all the participants. All right, at this time, I'd like to invite up Skylar to introduce our first song.
Good evening. We are the Belleville High School Concert Choir, accompanied by Christina Pennison. The first piece we'll be performing tonight is I Will Lift My Voice and Sing, composed by Victor C. Johnson. An interesting musical aspect of this piece is the way the different voice parts come together to form a strong message with the lyrics, dynamics, tempo changes, and overall tone.
I will lift my
Sorry, I had to turn the page too. All right. The next piece we will be singing is Verleih uns Frieden, composed by Felix Mendelssohn, with the original prayer text by Martin Luther. The song will be sung in German and expresses hope for peace. The song starts out quiet, but gradually builds throughout the piece to open up into a 4-part harmonization by the 3rd verse. I hope you enjoy our performance.
The next piece we'll be performing is The Wellerman, a traditional sea shanty and New Zealand folk song arranged by Jacob Navarud. Our favorite part of this song is the use of articulations, such as accents, staccatos, and scoops that aid in telling the story of sailors in their pursuit of catching a whale.
There once was a ship that put to sea.
And the name of the ship was the Billy O.T.
The winds blew up her bow, dip down. Oh, blow, my Billy boys, blow. Soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tucking is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore,
And down on her a right whale bore.
the captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tucking is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tucking is done, we'll take our leave and go.
A line we dropped, all in pursuit. She raised her tail, one last salute. But the harpoon lodged, there's no dispute. She took that ship in tow.
And then for 6 long days and 6 long nights she drove us south with all her might, until we were too tired to fight. Then we let her go. Soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tucking is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tucking is done, we'll take our leave and go. We'll take our leave and go. We'll take our leave and go.
This next piece is a combination of 2 very popular songs, Over the Rainbow and What a Wonderful World. This song is very peaceful and we love the transitions that occur. Arranged by Roger Emerson, we hope that you enjoy Over the Rainbow / What a Wonderful World.
Over
The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Really quickly, I would like to say a couple of big thank yous. Number one, thank you, Chris Peniston, so much for accompanying us tonight. She truly is wonderful. Students, thank you so much for a wonderful year. First year of teaching is hard. It's really hard. But you made it really wonderful. There's a lot of really wonderful leaders in this group. You're so funny. You make me laugh every day. And I'm just really lucky to be your teacher. So thank you so much for giving me a wonderful first year. Seniors, you are, she's got a part coming up. She was early. Seniors, thank you so much. For a wonderful year. You have been the best leaders and have really helped me learn about Belleville choirs and have been awesome leaders to the rest of the choir. Upcoming classes, you have some big shoes to fill. Thank you, seniors. The last song that we did, Over the Rainbow, What a Wonderful World, that song was actually picked by the students. After our last concert, we had a repertoire project where they searched for choir songs, and I then took those choir songs and I put them into a bracket, and we listened to a whole bunch of them, and that was the one that they ended up choosing, the last song. And this next song is a song that the seniors chose. So this is the senior song. I'll have Callie introduce it.
Found it. The final piece we will be performing is Good Riddance, originally written and performed by rock band Green Day. During this piece, we will showcase the seniors as they take on the solo sections together. Something I love about this piece is the message behind it, that even though life may throw obstacles your way you aren't prepared for, it's worth all the while in the end.
Thank you again for coming tonight. Have a wonderful night.